everybody. Hello, how are you? Welcome to this pick a card reading. It's your season, Leo. The sun officially enters Leo on July 22nd. We're going to turn off this music. Happy birthday, though. So on July 22nd, 2026 at 2:13 p.m., that's tomorrow at 2:13 Central Daylight Time. And we're celebrating a live birthday tarot reading for tonight. So we're going to go ahead and set everything up here for you. I have the cards here. So we're going to take a look at that. We have a little mambo music playing in the background, but I am going to turn that off. And for some reason, there we go. Here we go. All right. All right, we have comments. Hello, Susie Q. Hello. Okay, so let's go through the evening. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you what's happening for this evening. So it is happy birthday. I love all of you guys. This is a great time in life. We really have the birthday winners tonight. So first of all, though, tonight is a pick a card celebration. We're celebrating all month Leo season. Tonight's a pick a card. August 8th is our Lionsgate Portal Live. Soon we will bring you a Leo and Jupiter podcast. So subscribe so you don't miss any of the sunny, fun-filled Leo season. So what we do have is we have birthday winners tonight, which will be the first 5 Leos to say, "Hi, I am a Leo," in the live chat. Sun, Moon, or Rising. The first 5 will win a short personal reading immediately after we finish this pick a card reading tonight. The cards tonight we're going to have the sun card. So we're going to take a sneak peek at what you're manifesting for the year ahead. All 3 cards are Leo energy. So we have the sun, the strength, and the King of Wands. And they're just different elements of what's ahead for the year. So the sun card, if you pick the sun card, the happiest energy in the tarot is a ruler of the 5th house: romance, sex, children, creativity, sports, gambling, and entertainment. So you can pick that. You can also pick number 2, strength. How fierce and strong and yet loving are you this year? What victories will you win this year by standing strongly in your foundation and your ultimate power? Path 3, pick a card 3, is a King of Wands. The way that we will express, or you will express, the courage to move forward and create your destiny for this year. King of Action is moving swiftly when life calls your name. So take one more look. Which one is calling you? And we want to know, before we start, please like, subscribe, and share if you like the vibe. That way you won't miss any of the fun upcoming Leo season fun. And in the meantime, we are going to go over here to the comment section and hello, Susie Q. So glad to see you here. So we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to take a look at the sun card. And what I'm going to do is for those of you who picked the sun card, okay, we're going to take the other 2 cards and put them off to the side. And we are going to do the love, sun, fun, the fun button. Now, if you don't want to choose any one and you want to look at all 3 Leo energies, of course, be my guest. I would be delighted to have that happen. We are going to do a tarot scope because it's Leo season. It's very much astrologically oriented. So we're going to look at your first house. We're going to look at your physical well-being, your appearance, how you appear to others. That is a world card. Ooh, you are going to level up this year. We also get your earned income and your money. And we get, ooh, nice. I get that you will be made an offer to earn more money. You may even have an offer that requires travel, but it does look like it's something that you would really love to do. It has a very romantic vibe to it, something that you would feel very delighted to have to earn money in terms of your economic house. When we look at your third house, it does look like you're probably a little, for some of you, for whom it resonates. Remember, if it doesn't resonate, it's not your reading. We're looking at the energy that you may not like the local neighborhood. Some of you are really ready to move. And the 5 of Cups is sort of like you're bored. That's what I get. In terms of your home life, it's very busy, it's very active. Page of Swords, for those of you who have children, it's going to be super active. We get the energy of a lot of communication. A lot of you may get to work at home, and that's where you do your best creative work. When we look at the 5th house of your romantic life, we are looking at the Knight of Wands. You're going to have a lot of sexy energy. You're going to have a lot of opportunity to date, have fun, move around, travel, beating the bongo drum, having fun. So in your health sector, though, you may be feeling the energy. Work could be overwhelming. Again, I'm getting some dissatisfaction here, but I get that most of you probably need to take some extra rest. We get the 4 of Swords. That sometimes, like the feeling of just, if you've been through a heartbreak, if you've been through a rough time in the past year, it does show that you should take time to yourself, go in the garden, sit outside, be outside where it's going to be really helpful. When we look at your partnership house, we're looking at a beautiful opportunity to take the leap of faith and possibly either meet somebody new or jump in to the energy of the Fool. So it's really good. It's a new beginning. It's having the courage to take that leap and make the commitment. Oh, beautiful. In your 8th house of shared resources, you have abundance. When we look at the 8th house, we are looking at a partner's money, what they bring to the table. We're looking at investments. We're looking at some investments for you paying off in a very big way this year, Leo. That abundance, the Empress, Taurus energy, some investment, some energetic exchange with you and another person is really providing you with a lot of security this year. We get the energy also of the Ace of Coins. So when we are looking at your 9th house, you have an opportunity to go to higher education, maybe start a YouTube channel. It's the house of higher education. It's Sagittarius driven. It's all about higher levels of learning, university. So it does look like some of you may get a scholarship. And some of you may have a child who gets a scholarship, but it's an opportunity to travel abroad and to really expand your horizons. There will be money to do it. You may earn money doing it. The Ace of Coins is good as gold, new opportunity. When we look at your 10th house of career, well, it looks as though in your 10th house, you have some problematic energies. What we're getting here for you is that you feel like there's somebody who's very sneaky around you. You feel very much that they're in the energy of, of sort of being in this energy of being sneaky, okay? I was having a hard time getting that out. But somebody around you in your workplace is not so happy that you are interested in progressing. So I would watch my back at work. This is sort of a backstabbing, sort of somebody watching you, somebody who is really keeping track of you. So when we get the house of friendship, it looks like you're going to have great fun this year. Again, I get a lot of fiery energy here. It's really a fantastic time to go summer, go on trips with friends. You'll communicate a lot with your friends. And the 12th house energy is things that you're going to release and let go of this year. We get the 10 of Swords energy. The 10 of Swords is really feeling as though you've gone through a year in the past period of time, whatever it is for whom it resonates. It does look like you feel as though you have gone through some periods of time when you were betrayed by others. So when we look at this year for you, Leo, it is a stellar year. As always, nobody has a perfect year, right? Because life isn't perfect. But the energy that you have that's coming up, we're going to clarify all this energy for you, but it shows that you're going to have a wonderful year filled with pleasure, filled with fun, filled with romance, filled with adventures, lots of feisty communication, lots of young, youthful energy. So again, for some of you, you may have a baby this year. shared resources, could be sharing a child, sharing a baby. But we're going to look at the world card is really moving up to a higher level. The world card is often sort of written off as, oh, well, we're starting a new cycle. Well, yeah, after you won the Academy Awards, what's your next project? So the world card is Capricorn Aquarius energy. It's that manifestation of success for the year. And you are carrying yourself in a way that's very elegant. You have a leadership about you. You have a tenacity. You have a worldly outlook. You are likely to get promoted in a very, very significant way. So the energy is really, it's quite good for you. When we look at your 10th house, there are people though, when you're in high places, when you're ready to get promoted, oftentimes people will, try to undermine you. So, Leo, you know that. But what I like about your disposition is that you just jump in, you go for it, and you really don't concern yourself with other people. So we're going to go ahead and clarify what's the world card about. Let's see what we have here. We have here we go, an adventure. For some of you, you might meet somebody wonderful at work. You may meet them through a conference or something to do with work, but it does show that you are very much in this sort of romantic place. It's also your first house. So what I'm getting is many of you are upgrading your wardrobe. You're, dressing in a more romantic, sort of authentic way that's attractive. I'm getting the energy that, you are going to attract romance. I love the energy that you're going to do something that you love. You're going to earn money with it. So let's see what we have here with the Knight of Cups. We have the Five of Wands. All right. So people are going to be fighting for your attention. Whatever you're doing is probably pretty competitive, but you know what, Leo? You love competition. Five of Wands. I mean, that's Sagittarius energy. You're pulling out all that great energy. When we look at the third house of where you live, your neighborhood, your surroundings, when you get that kind of blah feeling like I'm bored here, I could really use some more fun, but you're going to use this time to research, and it looks like a fantastic energy of research. I like it. And you're going to, let's see what else we have. In terms of your new home, there we go. We have the Page of Swords, a Page of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups, a Knight of Cups. So you have some dynamic, happy energy coming through for you. The 10 of Cups tells me that your research is going to bring you to a home that you may live happily ever after with a partner. You may live happily ever after with a present family if you have one. If you're already married, you're going to absolutely love it. That's happily ever after. I'm so in love with where I live. I'm so in love with the schools and the parks and the neighborhoods and the people that are around me, just loving your space. When we look at the energy of just romantic, sexual fun, oh, you're a little bit the Queen of Pentacles. You are not going to give your energy to anything terribly frivolous. What I'm seeing is that if you go on a vacation or you spend money on fun and entertainment, we see that you want good bang for your buck. So that means that I think that you're researching a lot. World travel, you're putting time and effort into finding good value and having fun. In terms of your health, some of you look like you're tired, run down, again, this is not anything, you go to your doctor for that. But so what it says is the time zones may get you. The world card is very specific. I flew internationally as a flight attendant for my whole career prior to doing this, and the time zones will get you. Landing in Paris when it's 2:30 in the morning at home and saying, let's go see, the Eiffel Tower. Let's go see the sights. It's definitely an energy that would make you need some rest and honor that, take the time to rest. When we get the Fool card for your 7th house, energetically, somebody's chasing you down. You may have a Gemini after you. I also get you might have an Aries after you, but somebody is coming and you're going to take the leap of faith. They're going to run towards you with a very, very exciting offer. Somebody who is a very smooth talker. I like it. The Empress card is your 8th house of shared resources. Again, she's a pregnant woman. The Empress is Taurus energy. It's the energy of being stable and happy and abundant. So again, whatever you're doing here, again, the King of Pentacles, again, Taurus energy. So you're having a very stable year. And for those who are in partnership, it looks like the two of you have done very well for yourselves. When we get the Ace of Coins, that is literally a new offer. And so we get the ninth house of international travel, the Wheel of Fortune. My gosh, the World card, the Wheel of Fortune, traveling, and you get an offer. So for some of you, it may be related to your career. It could be like, come on over to Oxford for a year. And, we would like for you to spend a year with us. But it does show international travel, a beautiful offer that you'll definitely want to take advantage of. Now, your current job and the energy, whatever that happens to be, may require you to be stealthy, keep it quiet, don't tell anybody, look at the offer very carefully with the Hanged Man, and then let's see what we have for your resolution. Ace of Wands, take the leap of faith. And then we have communication in your 11th house. You're going to have good friends. You might be offered an opportunity where you already know people and have friends. So you're going to throw caution to the winds. The Five of Swords says that there's probably some thorny moments, like getting housing or making arrangements. But I do see that you might be involved with realtors and people that might be kind of flaky, not as reliable as you. But the Ace of Swords, you're able to sort through it. We do get the 12th house, which is what you keep hidden. It's your house of Pisces. And you've gone through a tough time and you are walking into a beautiful time of healing behind the scenes. Ace of Coins, good as gold. But you're just letting it go. When we get this person who has been, sometimes it can be stabbed in the back, quite literally, as we all know, the Ten of Swords. But look at you. You're up, you're about, and you're walking into the sun. And you have all these messages of people that are going to help you. So that is what I have for the first pick a card, which is the Sun card. It's going to be a fantastic year for those of you who have, picked that Sun energy. Now, of course, all the energies are Leo, so they can all be applicable. Take them as they resonate. But you can watch all of them too at your leisure. We would love that. And if you leave if I always read the comments and I respond to most of them. I don't respond to everyone, but usually I do. So let's see what we have here. We have comments. Let's see if we have anybody new in the chat. Let's see. McCreds, hey! Aw, FG, thanks so much. Oh, things are going good. It's warm here. I hope you're well. I am well. I am very, very well. Thank you. And I have to, yeah, thank you for asking. I appreciate that. So FG, we're rebooting the channel here, but we have the next card that we have is for the pick a card is we have the Strength card. So that's the next card up. We also have the King of Wands. So when you're picking, you can pick out the Sun, the Strength, or the King of Wands, but all of them are Leo energy. So they're all applicable. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that Strength card and we're going to pull oracles at the end, but the Strength card is here. So let's go ahead and see. We're going to go through all 12 houses for those who want to really see where they're going to shine this year. The Strength card is somebody with a lot of pride. What's going to bring you a foundation? What's going to secure your foundation? We're going to look at that energy for you. And let's see what we have. So we're going to cut the deck. Let's see. All right, the Strength card. So this is all about your foundation and your happiness and what you're building. So the first house that we have here is the Ace of Swords. So you're very clear cut. You look like a person on a mission. Nobody can really change your mind about anything this year. You're coming across as you're dressing in a very sharp way, a very sort of airy way. your money is not, you feel limited. It looks like some of you may have money tied up in an investment. You're not sure what to do about it, but we'll clarify that for you. We do see the Ace of Cups. So, your local, your brothers, your sisters, your third house of neighborhood, you could be in love with somebody in the neighborhood. You could live with the person that you love in a nice neighborhood. We're going to come back to the Eight of Swords, though. There is something about money that's bothering you and assets. We do get for your fourth house, some of you may move internationally, you may move to a large city, or you may move someplace else in the world. It's adventurous. It's like you're able to define what you want and ascend to that. When we look at your fifth house, we see you as very curious. You're willing to take a risk. Some of you, if you are single, you're probably online a lot. I feel as though you have a lot of people. You have 5 different opportunities for your love, but you're looking for what is stable. That's the nature of the Strength card. You are not happy when you don't have knowledge of what's happening with your money or your romantic life. I do get interesting. We also had the Sun card Leo picks over here in the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords energy, meaning that you need rest. You need to recover from either a physical or emotional wound or just being exhausted. When we look at your seventh house of partnership, you're taking the leap of faith, a beautiful, energetic opportunity, maybe with an Aries. We also get the opportunity here. So when it comes to joint finances, it looks like you're going to be in hot pursuit of doing research and you have a wonderful opportunity that you're going to jump on. When we look at your ninth house, we don't see you traveling too much internationally this year. For your foundation, you're not wanting to spend the money. I'm seeing that your feeling is like, you know what, that door is closed right now. I don't want to do it. Either I don't see a place I want to go to, and or I don't want to spend the money. When we look at the 10th house, you are leveling up. Leo, look at this. You have the Emperor energy. Your energy here is off the charts. You are going to ascend with when I get that feeling of communication coming through that makes you happy, when I get you entering a new role, because the Fool card is also the house of business partners. So for some of you, you may be investing, and that could be why you're really being tight with your money. You don't want to spend anything. So many of you are opening a business. I like it. It shows like it's very successful. There's no level higher than the Emperor in terms of your ability to ascend, to make money. You have the chess moves, you make the play. And when we look at your friendship house and your house of associations, okay, the Hierophant. So many of you are associated with unions and or big companies. We're seeing a very strong foundation for you. And for some of you, you may be in a spiritual community, could be religious, could be spiritual, but it looks like you're having a great time. When I look at taking the leap of faith in terms of a relationship, you want somebody who shares your views, is what I have. When we look at your 12th house, ooh, victory. Here's what I love about this, Leo. I really love the fact that you are um, I'm getting the Six of Wands for victory. Now, you are not going to do a victory lap in front of anybody. You are going to be very private about it because Leo, people think you have that you're very vibrant and very large and in charge as it is. So you're going to celebrate behind closed doors. You are going to take your victory lap in private with your dear friends, with your dear associates. And I'm seeing you have a wonderful time of it. Let's go ahead and we'll clarify these things and see what we have. What do we have here? All right, we have. So I see that some of you are making a move. You've healed. There's something physically for some of you with strength in Leo. You may be at the gym, strengthening your body, trying to heal some sort of, the Six of Swords is healing. You could have gotten a pull, could have pulled your back out. You could have done something. Again, this is not, you go to the doctor for your medical advice, but it does show that you're very intent on healing something. And the first house of the astrology chart is your body. You can be upgrading your look. You can have a new hairdo, a new, style of dressing, but it does look like you're moving forward. You're very strategic about your money. Look at that emperor, your career. You are holding back on personal expenditures. You're really being tight with your money right now because you have an executive decision to make. And again, it feels like it's partnership. It really does. It feels very much like seventh house energy, and partnerships are legal entities. When we get, I have that you're going to fall in love in your neighborhood suddenly, maybe at first sight, for those with whom it resonates, out of the blue. You're just going to meet somebody and you're going to be gobstruck with how beautiful, how fun, how they really get your heart. Look at this. They've flipped over right in my hand. That's incredible. So it does show that you might be in love with at first sight. You may wake up and look at your neighbor and go, wow, I didn't realize how much I like them. We also get the energy. We're going to look at the world card, which is your fourth house, which is home and hearth and really enjoying, having stability there. The world card can mean that you could live overseas. It can mean that, but I'm getting the Hierophant. I get the Hierophant here with friends. So it looks like wherever you live, you are very well connected to your neighborhood. I'm getting the energy that your home is Taurus, very Taurian, very lush, very, everything feels good when you walk in the house. There's an element of elegance to your home. You might have traveled a lot and had some international art hanging on the walls, but you just love your home. I get it. Okay, so we look at the fifth house of children and romance and sex and fun. For many of you, you are online dating, looking. I'm getting the Ace of Swords. You're very clear about what you want for those of you who are online dating. We get the Page of Swords is curiosity too. You're very defensive in your dating life right now. We've got the Seven of Wands. Let's see what else. Yeah, see, here's what we've got. I see between this Six of Swords and this Six of Swords, Four of Swords, I'm sorry, the devil energy has played a part in your life. So, but you're picking yourself up. You dust yourself off. That's where your strength is. And that is why this reading resonates with you. We get the Four of Swords. Blah, I need to slow down. And yeah, you're recovering from a romantic partnership because we have the heart here. We look at the heart. So you are recovering from somebody who was just sort of in and out with you. It's not somebody who was very much in the energy of long term. They were here for a good time, not a long time. It was romantic, though. They did care about you. The Knight of Cups is early love. When we get your seventh house of marriage, we have right now, you're not going to focus on that. The Four of Cups says it's not, you just feel like Five of Cups. You feel like somebody owes you an apology. The energy is that you're very strong about being willing to take the leap of faith, just ignoring the things that bother you, not letting it get to you. You are running towards your friendships. I like it. The energy for you is okay. So we have the first and seventh house. So we have the second and eighth house. We have that for the eighth house, you are investing you're making some very fast moves for investing with friends. Okay. Again, I think that many of you are going to find that you have such a solid foundation that you and some friends put together a very, very strong business plan. When we get the ninth house, we get the energy of well, you're not going to. Here's what I get for the ninth house. I don't see you going off into university. I don't see you doing anything. You wouldn't spend money on that right now anyway. The Seven of Coins tells me that you would invest in books on Amazon. You go to podcasts. If you like Cody Sanchez for business, she's a great person to listen to. But I get you investing very much in higher levels of education, but you're not going to spend money on it. You're going to do everything low key. And so that's great energy. When we get the 11th and 12th, so we have the 10th right now, we have 1st and 7th, 2nd and 8th, 3rd and 9th. Yes, okay. So we have the 4th and 10th house, and we have you being very happy. I had to think about that for a quick minute. So when we get your energy for your strength for this year, we see that your relationships with good friends, you're super loyal. You're attracting that in your life. It's part of your strength. It's what makes your life good. And that continues this year. So the only things that we're seeing are really your ability. We see you in a very sharpened ability to get rid of that which does not serve you, Leo. For those of you who chose the strength card, you have a profoundly good group of people around you. And for your career, it looks like career, your money, your partnerships look top notch. There you go. We get the 11th house of the justice, and the 11th house is ruled by, it's all about the justice system. It's the legal system is ruled by the 11th house. Justice card, though, has to do with contracts, but it does look like some of you may be podcasting, some of you may be publishing, but I'm getting that your partnership, because this is partnership, will take place again with friends. So it's a very strong, your basic foundation is rock solid. There's some bumps in the road, but there's rain for everybody, right? Life isn't perfect and we don't really expect it to be. So when we look at the 12th house, we look at an ending. We look at you ending something that is making you very happy. You are celebratory energy here. You are ending and you're ending something that you don't like, that you've been unhappy with. And I'm getting the strong energy that you are celebrating behind closed doors. So that is a strength card for those who chose strength. And we have that energy. Okay, so now we are going to do the pick a card, the Knight of the King of Wands. King of Wands, man of action. What areas are you going to, for those who picked it, what areas are you going to look at that's going to make you take action where you're a hero? I like it. So we get the strength card, the King of Wands. I'm sorry, I keep saying the strength card. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. All right. We didn't have anybody show up and want, oh, yes. Okay, hold on. I want to look at this. Okay, let me see. We're going to take a look at pick a card. So for the King of Wands, pick a card. All right. All right, my beautiful Leos. I'm so glad you're with me tonight. Please like, subscribe, share, give me a thumbs up, make a comment. I would really appreciate it. I'm so grateful for any participation and support of the channel. It doesn't cost anything to do that, but we are doing a Lionsgate, on the 8th. So we are going to be doing all signs. We're going to be looking at that energy for our beautiful, for everybody. So, okay, the Lionsgate portal. All right. So your first house. The first house for those who chose to act quickly. Wheel of Fortune, you're in a gambling mood. You're willing to risk. You're willing to look ahead. Oh, wow. 2 of Cups. You are really moving towards a beautiful love energy. And I'm getting the energy of marriage, being very happy with your money, being very mixing and mingling and going after partnership because you value it. The second house is everything we love and value. It's our money. So it does look like you're going to be in a beautiful partnership this year that brings you good luck. So the third house of your neighborhood, oh, you may be living in a neighborhood that you grew up in. You may have been there for a long time and it looks like you're quite happy. You would like to grow old there. When we look at the energy of your pursuit, it does show, though, you like your neighborhood, but you may not like your home, the physical home. For some of you, there may be, children leaving home, going off to school, to university, but it also looks like some of you may want to have a home that isn't quite as high maintenance. I do get you being very bold and very brave about packing up and moving and doing whatever suits you, whatever you like. The energy for Your 5th house, sex, fun. Ooh, you like to talk. You are having a lot of fun with conversations with people. You like to draw people into conversations. I get the Ace of Swords energy. And so the energy is that you have great clarity about what you want. We're going to clarify that with the smaller cards. When we get the 6th house, we get the 6th house of everyday life. Ooh, this is Virgo energy, and this is Gemini and Virgo energy here. In other words, in your work home, for those who are the King of Wands, you are taking a very intense, action oriented, manifesting something that you want. You have a plan. That's the Gemini part of the magician. It's also Virgo energy. You're doing the work. You're being very quiet about it. You're taking action where people do not see you taking action. I'm getting again, you're very lucky this year. The Wheel of Fortune is right there. Lady Luck is shining on you. So we get the energy also in the 7th house of partnerships. Yeah, the 7th house of partnerships, we have the Fool card, taking the leap of faith, going after a person that you really adore, taking your chances, speaking your mind, speaking up, but you're also subtle, you're not knocking anybody over as you run past them. I do love the energy of the 8th house. Many of you are looking to invest in a home abroad. You're at a crossroads. You want to go. You might have an RV. You might decide to buy an RV so you can travel locally. But I think for many of you, you're going to find a new place that you're going to invest in. Two of Wands, you're at a crossroads. You want some more adventures, is what I'm getting, and you're going to make sure you have them. That's Aries energy. Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. So you have a lot of fire, Sag energy there. We also get with that magician. I like that energy of Gemini, really planning something. So let's see what we have here for the Ace of Coins. Right. Nice. So many of you will have a chance to make money abroad. You might be, having a YouTube channel. The Ace of Coins, though, can be publishing. You're doing something in terms of higher education, universities, publishing, legal matters, but it does show that for some of you, you can also get a loan funded for a project that you would like to start, a podcast, but again, higher level of learning. Sagittarius energy. I like it. You may have some money for some international travel, and you may get an offer of a scholarship, or you may have a child or some family member who does. When we look at we have the 1st, 7th, 2nd, 8th, 3rd, 9th. I have to okay. And then we have the 4th and the 10th. So the energy that I'm getting for you is that with the Tower card, Mars action, something very shocking could happen. You may be in a situation in which you may be making a big move and surprising an employer, or you may be making a big change, a radical change. But if it's not your choice, the energy that I get is that it can be a restructuring of a business, but the Tower card in this particular situation always kind of thrills me, because see how beautiful that is? The changes come very swiftly and it's shocking, but it is quite beautiful. Your friends are being the people around you, the associations that you have with others, you're being very guarded in that way. So if you're involved in group activities, you're being very conservative about them. You have fire in your belly, though, to fight any new obstacles. And when we get the 10th and the 11th, it does show that for many of you, you may be in sort of a fight for a restructuring business. Now, when we clarify, we'll find out how you'll fare. In the 12th house, you look like you have remorse and regret over something. We're going to clarify that at this time, and we're going to see what the energy is. But we're going to see what you have remorse and regret about. I'm actually going to start there. Okay. So let's see. We have, you're not telling anybody at all, boy. Whatever feelings these are, you're keeping them to yourselves. The energy of the Nine of Pentacles says that you have remorse and regret maybe about leaving something behind, turning your back on it. Seven of Cups. You don't really feel very comfortable with what's happening. When I get the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, Lady Luck is on your side. It does look like you'll have a chance to sign a contract with a new opportunity. It's just, it could be anything, and you are going to be open to it. I like the Queen of Swords is very much making a logical decision about a stroke of good luck. When we get the energy of the the second house, Two of Cups, Ten of Wands, we see this Ten of Wands here. For some of you, your finances could be impacted by a relationship. The Ten of Wands is usually leaving something. So it does show that you're going to take action if you have a relationship. Oh, look at that. Two of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So I'm seeing many of you. Oh my gosh, clarity. You have great clarity about this. So for those with whom it resonates, it looks like, and there's the Strength card. It looks as though you decide to exit from a situation or a relationship that does not suit you. We get the energy of the Six of Cups, which is your neighborhood, Two of Swords. So, oh, wow. Okay. So the King of Wands is what I have here is for many of you, you will make a choice to leave a relationship or there's a relationship ending and that you're not going to fight it. You're accepting it as the truth of the matter is that you have not been happy, that it's weighed on you too much. We see you manifesting. Oh, good. Judgment card. Judgment is when you make a decision. You're manifesting to let something go. So for many of you, this beautiful King of Wands energy is you having the bravery, the ability to step into a new life, even though it's a little disconcerting. It's really a little bit uncomfortable, but it shows that you're quite brave about it. You're taking that leap of faith when it comes to other relationships. For many of you, there will be a hit with your money in terms of separating assets if you're with somebody. We get the energy of the Two of Wands looking into the future, running into the future. So we see you in the energy of very much working towards new adventures, investing in yourself, investing in things that you're going to enjoy, but also create some new opportunities for you. When we get the ninth house, we have the opportunity to go to, Sagittarius energy. And Sagittarius rules the ninth house. So for many of you, there could be some money coming through for education, higher education. It could be scholarships. It could be a trip abroad. It shows that it does come out of the blue. And I'm getting that it comes because you deserve it. I like it. So the 10th house says that you may have a situation in which you settle a lawsuit or you have a lawsuit, but it also shows me that out of the blue, a new contract shows up for you and you're going to take it. You're going to absolutely take it. You have fire in your belly over here in terms of how you feel. It looks like you're willing to take that leap of faith. I like it. And we get a really steady energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So what we have here for you is an energy of you being very stable, making some radical changes with your life. That always takes courage. So I love that energy for you. Now, before we go through here, do we have anybody who has said anything? Okay. Everyone, Leo. Good evening, everyone. Okay. So right now we don't have anybody who has decided to put their hat in the ring for a reading. So let's see. Let's see what we have. We're going to pull the oracle cards for you. And remember, the Lion's Gate is August 8th, and we do all signs live for you to see what portal will be opening up for you. So let's see what we have. Okay. We have... All right. So we're going to take 3 oracle cards from the Sacred Journey, and we're going to see what they are for you. And then we're going to see where your good fortune is, we have the fortune cards, the Chinese fortune cards, which I love. They're really fun. All right, so let's see what your journey is for this year for the collective. Let's see what you have. All right, here we go. We have the energy of watching clouds. Oh, what a wonderful. I love this energy for you. Let's see, we're going to go here. We're going to go watching clouds. Okay. We're going to also go to discovering truth. So, Leo, you're going to have some fun. You're going to have some ability to sort of lay down in the grass, look at the sky, go backpacking, spend time in nature and grounding, go deep, explore your roots. You stand in the light and truth and sit back, relax, and rest. So that is one set of messages, and we're going to see where your good luck lies for all of my beautiful Leo friends. So let's see what we have. Courage. Well, you have a lot of that. We've already talked about how much courage our King of Wands has, but strength is very much. You guys are Leo the Lionhearted. You have a lot of strength. We also have soul symbol. So most of you this year are going to be in a very in-depth energy of really being, getting to have your deepest wish fulfilled, being really in line with your soul energy. It does take forgiveness. So you are being told, that your good luck, you will have good fortune if you forgive those who have trespassed against you and stay in that really beautiful energy, very grounded. And so, my beautiful Leos, that is what I have for you. And we're going to go over here. We're going to go back to here. And so we're going to do that. And we're going to go here. And I just want to say thank you very much. It's been a joy. I'm so glad you joined me tonight. Sending you love. Thank you so much for subscribing, sharing, and commenting. I so much appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Take care, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.